Bravo, DC. You actually made a competent movie.
Sonic Speed!
Hey guys, SMT here, and I just saw Wonder Woman. And I'm surprised to see just how well it actually did. I kept hearing how well Wonder Woman was, and how well DC finally got one of their movies down. Especially how I've seen some of their previous works being misses. And my friend invited me to see this movie yesterday, and overall, I was impressed. Wonder Woman was a pretty damn good movie. Like, I saw Suicide Squad, Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel. The former I liked, I enjoyed, even though there's plenty of problems with that. The latter, but you probably should know, I'm not a big DC guy, Marvel guy, comic guy, etc. I know this is DC, don't worry, I'm not mixing the two. I'm just not that big into comics in general. I dipped into some DC movies, receptions, and I've dipped into some of DC's lore and history and stories and such, mostly for my two best friends because they're big comic guys, but I love Wonder Woman. For this review, I'm not going to go too deep, like super freaking nitpicky or analytical, because again, I'm not a big comic guy, and there will be no spoilers for people who haven't seen it, but most of what I'm talking about will be the most important stuff in the film. For one thing, the structure and pacing was pretty damn good. Handling the backstory the first 10 minutes, getting that out of the way, and actually being like enjoyable and explaining a good chunk of what Wonder Woman's philosophies in childhood was, the overall story, which was also good, the flow felt natural, the climax, the lack of shoved in characters and surprises. Doomsday. The pacing was really good. Like, I mean, the final villain threw me off a bit at the end, how it was an old man rather than the same black face and red eyes we all know. I get it was built up and everything, and the final message is a little cliche and cheesy, but from a superhero film that was pretty good, I can let that slide. The structure was great, and I really appreciated it. Another thing, the characters. Oh my god, the characters are actually really great. Steve is likable, his friends are charming, the Amazonians are interesting even, but how Wonder Woman was overall portrayed in this movie was really well done. I liked it how she was perceived as this naive prodigy among the Amazonians, how she actually was portrayed as this light of hope out in London, No Man's Land, especially during World War I and how grim and destructive that was. But all the characters overall were pretty charming and enjoyable. Like even the villain, whom with the help of the doctor tosses a gas bomb in the room, if you guys remember that scene, and he tosses in a mask as well, which was completely useless. It was useless against the gas. But that's why he threw it in there, and he just giggles. Ludendorff is a good villain. I just love the guy. He's so charming. And that's another thing. Like, the comedic moments in a DC film that are actually good? They're funny and charming? What the hell kind of world are we living in? I'm telling you, the pacing is one of the things I really enjoyed about the movie. With the story, the characters, the comedy, the light moments, sad moments, no ass pulls or anything cheap and sadistic. Well, almost. Besides maybe the final battle, but honestly, I liked it. I liked that a lot. The relationship built between Diana and Steve is nice. It gets funny, it gets sad, it gets beautiful to watch. Diana accustoming to life in the regular world and not among the Amazons, that was hilarious. Her trying to stand for these people, trying to take down the evil at the roots, how she proved to be a superhuman badass we needed, the kind of hero like that ray of hope. Superman hasn't really done much of a decent job at recent years, yet Wonder Woman was able to do that. She was able to look like such a role model and such a great hero. Practically everyone who's seen this movie is going nuts over it, and that specifically, and I can see why and agree. Not only was Wonder Woman portrayed very effectively and charismatically, Gal Gadot did fantastic as Wonder Woman, especially for being 5 months pregnant. Like, shit, with that baby inside for 5 months, you gotta wonder how the hell did she fit in that suit? Like, damn. That's why we have super green screens, that's what they did. But Gadot toughed out the swings and sicknesses for this performance. To even nail Wonder Woman's character, philosophy, and personality pretty damn well in my opinion, while being 5 months pregnant, I gotta give props to her. Fabulous job, awesome, as well as the other actors and actresses on set. They did phenomenal as well. I can't think of the other like, excuse me, I can't think of the other actors off the top of my head. I sounded that weird, but like, I was saying that not only was Diana portrayed beautifully in this film, but what I'm about to say, it's kind of a side note, and this is kind of unscripted. A superhero heroine that's the lead in a great movie, that was kind of long overdue. Like, now that this movie came out, lots of little girls and women alike are looking up to Wonder Woman. Hell, one of my best friends out there looks up to Wonder Woman, and I'm sure this movie's gonna make her night just like lots of other women out there are. Like, even she reminds me of her. She knows what I'm talking about. It's nice to see women have a leg up in the role model industry and encourage power, courage, family, and respect for a change. That's what Wonder Woman was able to do, and it's nice to see women actually getting that sort of image out there, because you rarely see that. And oh my god, props to DC for finally learning about the freaking color wheel, because after lots of dark, shadowy, shaded films, this movie was beautiful to watch. Themyscira looked magnificent. The tone and atmosphere of London, No Man's Land, the camp, the skies in certain scenes, etc., explosions, it was all magnificent to behold. The battles as well are pretty hype too. The final fight, Wonder Woman on No Man's Land, the assault in Themyscira, it was all great to watch. This movie was just a really big thrill. Like, overall, this movie was fantastic. If you're a DC fan, a Marvel fan, a superhero fan, an action fan, if you like movies with a healthy balance of multiple genres into one, especially action, you're gonna love this movie. It's sad, funny, exciting, endearing, thrilling. It just feels so balanced and so solid, especially by DC standards. Like, I'd give it a 4.5 star rating, or 9 out of 10. It's a really great film, and I didn't find many problems with it. Wonder Woman is a really enjoyable and really well written film with a solid story, fantastic characters, beautiful scenery, fantastic writing, decent villains, awesome fights, fabulous pacing, great relationships, and just a beautiful movie that felt really super solid. And don't kill me for saying this, it felt wonderful. I gotta pick up the DVD when it comes out, but for now, do not miss this chance and go see this true Amazon prodigy in action. You will love it.